Okay, good afternoon, everyone. In the previous lecture, what we have seen is the polynomials. After the polynomials, we have seen proper fractions. And then we have seen improper fractions. So proper fraction where degree of numerator is less than degree of denominator. Improper fractions where degree of numerator is greater than degree of denominator. So how can I convert the improper fractions to proper? Is by actual division. By actual division, improper can be converted to proper fraction. So at the end of the lecture, I said that once we have a proper fraction, partial fractions can be used. Okay. So today we want to learn, once I have the proper fraction, then how do you convert that proper fraction to the partial fraction? Okay. First of all, let me just get into the meaning of this partial fraction. Okay. So you have a total, you have a fraction, say p of x upon q of x. It is a proper fraction. And I want to write it down as the sum of small fractions. So 1 upon something, 2 upon, a upon something, b upon something. Okay, so you will have, say, g of x and r of x. So this proper fraction I have written as the sum of some small fraction. Okay, this process, the way by process which you write this as, so you convert the proper fraction into sum of some small fractions. This process is called the partial fraction. So what we need to do is, every partial fraction, proper fraction that we get, I should be able to write it down as sum of two fractions, three fractions, like this. And that process is called the partial fraction. Okay. So I will just make a small chart by which we have to do this. Okay. So I will write down here proper fraction. On the other side, partial fraction. So if you have an equation of the form, say px plus q upon x minus alpha, x minus beta, the first one. So what is the degree of numerator? Anyone? Degree of numerator is
1.
1, and degree of denominator
1.
1.
One.
1. Are you sure? 1.
Sir, degree of denominator will be greater than 1, no?
My question is, what is the degree of denominator here?
It's 2.
Okay, so you multiply this. I mean, even if this form is like this, so if I multiply this, what I will get, x square minus beta x minus alpha x plus alpha beta. If you multiply the denominator, this is what you are going to get, which is actually x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. Now you see the degree of this. What's the degree of denominator now? 2. So it is, I mean, even if those are factors of degree 1, but what we have to consider is when I'm calculating degree of this polynomial, I should multiply and later decide what will be the power of the variable after multiplying. So after multiplying this, the power will be 2. So the degree of denominator is 2. Degree of numerator is 1. So it is a proper fraction, right? And now this proper fraction, by using partial fraction, I can write as, so this is what we have to consider, and we will go ahead. So if your equation looks like this, px plus q upon x minus alpha x minus beta, then I can write as a upon x minus alpha plus b upon x minus beta. A comma b are constant. So this is what partial fraction says. What does the partial fraction say? It says that if you have an equation of the form px plus q upon x minus alpha x minus beta, then I can write it down as a upon x minus alpha plus b upon x minus beta. Am I right? Hopefully it is clear.
Yes,
Second one,
sir.
second one, if you have a proper fraction of the form px plus q upon x minus alpha square. Degree of numerator, of course it is 1. If you square the denominator, that will be x square minus 2 times alpha x plus alpha square, right? This is a plus b square or a minus b square. So degree of denominator is 2. So yes, it is partial, no sorry, proper fraction. So if you have the same thing repeated, if there is a square, then it says that I have to write it down as a upon x minus alpha plus b upon x minus alpha square. So I'll write it down here in a bracket. Alpha is not equal to beta. If alpha is not equal to beta, then I can write it down in this form. If alpha is equal to beta, I mean, then it will be x minus alpha square. So that I can write it down as partial fraction in the form a upon x minus alpha plus b upon x minus alpha square. Third one, x square plus bx plus c upon x minus alpha x minus beta x minus gamma. Now degree of numerator,
Three.
3. Degree of denominator, Manthan.
Yes, sir.
Degree of numerator is
3. No,
3.
2. 3, 3,
2.
sorry.
Odd 3.
3.
3. And degree of denominator
3.
3. So it is not a proper or it is improper. So it is a proper fraction or improper fraction?
Sir, both degrees are same now, means numerator has 3 degree and denominator has 3 degree.
Numerator is 3 degree, denominator is 3 degree. Okay. Okay, who has the notes and has the degree of a polynomial written note in the notes of the
Sir,
previous?
isn't the degree of numerator 2 because degree is the highest power, right?
Yes. So
So
degree of numerator is
2.
2.
2. Very good. And if you look at the denominator, what is the degree of denominator? Smriti? The degree of denominator?
Sir, of the denominator it will be 3.
3. So if you multiply the 3 brackets, so this x will be multiplied to this x and this multiplied to this x. So degree of denominator is 3, degree of numerator is 2, so it is proper fraction. Moreover, alpha not equal to beta not equal to gamma. So in that case, I can write it down as a upon x minus alpha plus b upon x minus beta plus c upon x minus gamma. Okay. Now fourth one, you have ax square plus bx plus c upon x minus alpha square x minus beta, where alpha is not equal to beta. Can anyone guess logically what it has to be? Logically, how partial fraction can be used here?
A plus B upon x minus alpha square and C upon x minus beta.
No, no.
So A upon x minus alpha plus
Yes,
B upon x minus alpha square plus
yes,
C upon x minus beta.
yes, exactly. So, look, this factor, I mean, the equation like this, x minus alpha, this is called the linear factor. Okay. So, this linear factor, if it is of degree 2, then we have to repeat it. So, a upon x minus alpha plus b upon x minus alpha square, as we have done in the second case. So x minus alpha square was there. So what I took, a upon x minus alpha plus b upon x minus alpha square. And if you see the next term, x minus beta, it is single. So c upon x minus beta. Okay. And this is the fifth one. I hope you are writing all the notes because those are going to be needed later. Fifth case, ax square plus bx plus c upon x minus alpha cube. Yes, Shreya Sharma. How can I write this? Absent. Manthan, Mihir, How can partial fraction be used here? Ethane?
Sir, sir, we can write the equation in like how we write the fraction, like proper or improper, like ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, like something.
Sir, I
No,
think it is an improper fraction.
it is improper. Why?
So the denominator is 3 and the numerator is 2.
So it is improper.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So may I try?
Yes.
Sir, it should be a upon x minus alpha, b upon x minus alpha square, and c upon x minus alpha cube.
Very good. So a upon x minus alpha plus b upon x minus alpha square plus c upon x minus alpha cube. Okay. And it is not improper, it is proper fraction. Degree of numerator is smaller than degree of denominator. So now, sixth one, it is a bit, I mean, difficult, not actually difficult. So I'll just write down the equation. What you do is check it out later how it is. So if you have an equation, say for an example of the form px plus q upon x minus alpha and x square plus bx plus c, where ax square plus bx plus c has no real roots. So in that case, how I have to write it down? A upon x minus alpha plus bx plus c upon ax square plus bx plus c. Just write it down. I will explain you okay, what when we have to use this case. Done. Now I just want the students to raise your hand who has their scientific calculator with them. If you have your scientific calculator with you right now, please raise your hand. As I've said it in the previous lecture, to keep it with you. Okay. Only 4 to 5 students are there. Okay, anyways, so the others who don't have their scientific calculator with them, so what you can do is you can download this app from the Play Store. The name of the app is Hi, HIEDU. EDU Scientific Calculator. So who don't have their scientific calculator with them, please download this app immediately so that I can actually tell you how to do the partial fraction, because there are the terms of polynomials which you won't be comfortable with. So in that case, I will have to help you understand those terms, and it will be much easier if you have the calci with you. Fine. Example. resolve the following into partial fractions. First one, three x plus 3 upon x plus 1 x plus 2. In which form this fits in? Which form? Let me get back to the previous slide. Okay, I've got that. Which is the form? You have written it. Type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. Which one does it look like? Please be quick. It is not difficult to recognize which form it is.
Type 1.
1.
First one.
1.
First one. So what was the first form? The first form looked like px plus q upon x minus alpha x minus beta. Now you'll say there is no minus, but I can write this x plus 1 as minus of minus 1 and x plus 2 as x minus of minus 2. Okay, so it is the first form. In the first form, what it said that, so this form can be written as a upon x minus alpha. This was written as a upon x minus alpha plus b upon x minus beta. This is how I can write this. So by partial fractions, 3x plus 3 upon x plus 1 x plus 2. This can be written as a upon x plus 1 plus b upon x plus 2. Everyone convinced up to this? Now,
Yes.
look, whatever task is, I'm trying to write this down, 3x plus 3 upon x plus 1 x plus 2 as this. So if I want to write this form is called the partial fraction, right hand side form. So I need to find the values of a and values of b so that these terms will become equal. So what I will do is I will do the cross multiplication on right hand side. Cross multiplying right hand side is you multiply this to this to this, and denominator will become same. So 3x plus 3 upon x plus 1 x plus 2. This is equal to, when you cross multiply, you will have a into x plus 2 plus b into x plus 1, and you multiply the denominator x plus 1 x plus 2. I hope everyone knows this cross multiplication. It is simply the addition of two rational numbers. So you can see that this denominator is same on both the sides, so it will get cancelled out. So what I have got, 3x plus 3 is equal to a into x plus 2 plus b into x plus 1. Now, put x is equal to minus 2. What you will get, x is equal to minus 2 means the left hand side will be minus 6 plus 3, which is minus 3, is equal to a into minus 2 plus 2 plus b into minus 2 plus 1. So this 2 will get cancelled out. Answer is 0. 0 into a is 0. So minus 3 is equal to a into 0 plus b into minus 1. So the value of b is equal to 3. To find out the value of a, what value I should put for x? Have you identified the idea by which I have got the value of b here? Anyone? Let's talk about this, because partial fraction is not that difficult, so you can speak about it.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I did not understand why we took x equal to -2.
Okay, that's what that is what you have to identify. What made me put -2 over there?
Sir, because we have to find the values of a and b, no?
Yes.
So with the coefficient like and bracket x plus 2, so we have to take like let x plus 2 is equal to 0.
Yes.
So x will be equal to -2,
So
and
if
then
yes,
Sir,
exactly.
to find A, then we have to put x is equal to -1 so that B becomes 0.
Exactly. So I hope everyone very good that you have identified this. So why I have put -2 is ki if this terms become 0, if this term becomes 0, then I can get the value of b, right? And if I make this term 0, b into x plus 1, so if x plus 1 becomes 0, then I will get the value of a. Okay, so what I have to do is I have to eliminate a or b by putting value of x in such a way that a will get out of the equation. That is how we find the values. So if I put x is equal to -1, then what will happen? So if I put x is equal to -1, then I can see that -1 plus 1, this term will become 0. I am underlining this term. You can see that. If this term becomes 0, b will be eliminated from the equation and I will get the value of e. Am I right, Ananya? Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
So if we put x is equal to -1, then we will have 3 into -1 plus 3 is equal to a into -1 plus 2 plus b into 0. So b gets eliminated in this case, and the value of a I will get, that is oh, I'm so sorry. Make this 3x plus 4. That will be better. And 3x plus 4 from the start. Please make that change, because x plus 1 there is a common factor and we won't get the solution in this case. So if we have 3x plus 4, then the left hand side here will be equal to -6 plus 4, so 2. B will be equal to -2, yes? So here will be -3 plus 4, which is 1, is equal to a. So we have got a is equal to 1. So I'll make a square here and I'll write down our final result, what we have got. So 3x plus 4 upon x plus 1 x plus 2. So this will be equal to 1 upon, what is the denominator for a? X plus 1 minus 2 upon x plus 2. So we have resolved the given function 3x plus 4 upon x plus 1 x plus 2 as 1 upon x plus 1 minus 2 upon x plus 2. Take 2 minutes. Whatever if you try to read this, understand it, and if there is any difficulty, please ask me.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So when we find the value of b, shouldn't the value on the left hand side be -2?
When we found out the value of b, I've written -2 over there, right?
Oh, it was not visible.
Uh-huh. So I hope the method is clear now. I'll go to some other example. Second,
Sir, actually, I have a doubt. Can you just go to the previous page? Sir, here won't the value of b be +2? It won't be -2.
how?
Because, sir, we have taken 3x plus 4, right? In that we are putting the value of x as -2. Then that will come as -2. And then,
-6 plus 2, -2.
yeah, and then this side we have b into -1. So it will come
So
as
that will be +2.
+2.
Yes, so that was what I was saying.
Huh. Okay, thank you, Gayatri.
Sir, it's Smriti.
Should I go ahead now?
Sir,
Yes.
I have some doubt. Sir, suppose a question comes like this, like 2x in the numerator, they have given 2x square plus 5x minus 1, and the
Uh,
denominator means divided by x square minus 3x minus 10. And then they are saying that resolve into partial fraction. So how can we do this?
we'll convert it to proper first.
Okay.
है ना? So we have seen the method in the previous lecture how to convert improper to proper. And once we get proper, then we know how to resolve into partial fraction, right?
Okay.
We'll see that type of example soon. So next example, x plus 1 upon I'll solve this easier one first. Then we'll go to cube and other types. So by partial fractions, how I can write this? X plus 1 upon x plus 3 square as, yes, anyone?
A upon x plus 3 plus b upon x plus 3 square.
Yes, we have this. So what we do is we do the cross multiplication So when we do the cross multiplication, we will have x plus 3 square is equal to a into x plus 3 square plus b into x plus 3 upon x plus 3 cube. Is it right, or you find something, I mean, not correct over here?
So it should be x plus 3 into x plus 3 cube or square.
In the denominator, sir.
Yes. So x plus 3 square into x plus 3 is actually x plus 3 cube.
So, but then you can cut x plus 3 square
Yes.
with the x plus 3 square in
So,
that denominator.
so we can cancel out one of the x plus 3. Okay. So I can take x plus 3 common from the numerator. So that will be a into x plus 3 plus b bracket complete x plus 3, that is common from the numerator, and in the denominator I have x plus 3 cube. So one of them will get cancelled out and degree is 2. X plus 1 upon x plus 3 square. Now look, x plus 3 square I can cancel out like this. So what we have got, x plus 1 is equal to a x plus 3a plus b. Now how you are going to put the value of x?
-3.
Yes, that way also you can do it. Okay, let me do that way. So what we have, a into x plus 3 plus b. So put x is equal to -3. So -3 plus 1, the left hand side will be -2 is equal to a into 0 plus b. So this gives me b is equal to -3. How to find out a now? Yes. Dekho, one thing about maths you will have to understand. I mean, if, even if I am telling you some process and you don't like it, I mean, you feel that yes, it is very much difficult and I can't do it, make your own way. Only the steps should be correct. I mean, make your own way doesn't mean that you will change the way how you divide or multiply. No, your steps should be correct, but you can find your own way to find out the value of a or b, whichever is required. So
Sir,
yes,
can we do that? Like put the value of b as -2 and then find x
yes,
and
sure,
then find a. Like
It's coming -2.
it is coming minus.
-2.
Okay, so I'll tell you one way. What Aditi said is also correct. I can put the value of b as -3 and I can solve it. So this is also one way. What I can do is a into x is there. What is the constant term? 3a plus b, right? So I can compare these two equations. Comparing what you will get, a is equal to 1 and 3a plus b is equal to 1. Now A is equal to, so simply by comparing, I am getting the value of A in this case, right?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I did not understand how we got B's value as -3.
Should be -2, I guess.
Yeah, it should be -2.
-2. Okay, fine. If you want -2, -2. It is correct, right? B is equal to -2. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So B is -2. So look, when I'm comparing these two equations, coefficient of x, you look at the coefficient of x. We know that two polynomials are equal only if their coefficients are equal. So coefficient of x on the left hand side is 1 and coefficient of x on the right hand side is a. So a is equal to 1, I have got directly. If you compare the constants, 3a plus b is equal to 1. Now as someone said, put b is equal to -2. And from the second equation too, you will get a is equal to 1. Please check it. Okay, so the value of a and b are there. And so x plus 1 upon x plus 3 square can be written as 1 upon x plus 3 minus 2 upon x plus 3 square.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Can you explain once again the how we got the value of A?
You look at the coefficients of x on the both the sides. Look, you just look at this from this to this equation. You have to observe what I have done is I've simplified the right hand side of this equation above first equation on this one. I've simplified this. Okay, so I've got this equation. You have understood up to this how I got this equation. Now what I'm saying is you compare these two sides. How do you compare two polynomials? Lab, I'll write down the small definition over here in the square. If coefficients are equal, then polynomials are equal. If you look at the left hand side, this is a polynomial of degree 1, right? If you look at the right hand side, it is a polynomial of degree 1. And by this definition, these two polynomials are equal if the coefficients are equal. What is the coefficient of x on the left hand side? It is 1. The coefficient of x on the right hand side, it is a. So a has to be equal to 1. Am I clear? Am I clear? Anita?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The one who had the difficulty, who was it?
Yes, sir.
It
It's
is clear.
clear.
So we have got the partial fraction now.
Sir, sir, I want to ask one thing that from our formula, we are getting b equals to -2. But if we put a value in 3a plus b equals to 1, we are getting b as -3. So which value we have to put?
No, both ways you should get the same value. We are not doing it right probably. So if you have 3a plus b is equal to 1 and you put a is equal to 1 in this case. So 3 plus b is
Yeah,
equal to 1.
sorry, sir, I got it.
Hmm. If you are getting different values, then you are wrong somewhere. Okay, or the question is wrong.
Yeah, it is coming -2 only. Sorry, my mistake.
Yeah. third. So 3x. Okay, before that, I'll give you 2 minutes and you will solve this question now. X plus 1 upon x into x plus 2, x plus 4, right? So you have to resolve this into partial fraction. How will it, I mean, how can I can resolve it? Which is the form? Mansi Karandikar, which form this is?
Yes, sir.
Which form it is?
Sir, sir is the first one.
So tell me the partial fraction form of this.
Sir, a by x into x plus 2.
A upon x into x plus 2, moreover,
Plus
hmm,
b by x plus 4.
b by x plus 4. Manasvi, Manthan, is it right?
I think so. It is right.
Okay.
So
Sonali, Sonali, is it right?
So,
Just a minute now. Yes, Samruddhi.
So can it be a by x plus b by x plus 2 plus c by x plus 4?
Yes, exactly. It has to be in that form. Uh, so, Mansi, you don't, I mean, when you're writing down in partial fraction, you don't keep multiplication in the denominator. Okay? You can
yes,
check.
sir.
So,
Sir, I understood later.
uh-huh. So that is a upon x plus b upon x plus 2 plus c upon x plus 4. Yes. So this will be x plus 1 is equal to a into x plus 2 x plus 4 plus b into x plus 4 plus c into x plus 2. What are the value of x that we are going to put? Anyone? Prajwal? Prajwal, are you there?
Sir,
Yes, Meher.
is the value of b is 3/2?
No, just tell me what are the values of x, y, and z that you're putting.
Can we put it as -2?
So values of x I have put it in the sum is like for the first value x is equal to -4, and for the
Minus
second
4.
value
Okay.
x is equal to -2.
Minus 2. Okay. And the third one? You need 3 values, right? Okay, tell me the values. What is the value of a that you have got?
I have got the a's value is -1/2,
Okay. B
and
is
b is 3/2.
3 by 2.
Yes.
I think it is. Okay, that may be correct. Okay, so for first two, if I want a, I will put x is equal to 0. If I put x is equal to 0, then b into 0, c into 0. So we will have 1 is equal to a into 2 into 4 plus b into 0 plus c into 0. So this gives me a is equal to 1 by 8. So now I will put x is equal to, I'll need b. So I'll put x equal to -2. So -2 plus 1, the left hand side is -1, which is equal to a into 0 plus b into -2 plus 2 plus c into 0. So this gives me b is equal to 1 by 4. The third one, I will have to put x is equal to -4. So -4 plus 1 is -3, which is equal to a into 0 plus b into 0 c into -4 plus 2, which is -2. So this gives me c is equal to plus 3 by 8. So x plus 1 upon x into x plus 2 x plus 4 is equal to 1 upon 8x plus 1 upon 4 into x plus 2 plus 3 upon 8 into x plus 4. Done? I go to next.
Yes, sir.
2x minus 3 upon x square plus 3x minus 10. Okay. No one? Now I hope that you all have your calculators. So in your calci, what we have to do is we have to put this equation. Which one? X square plus 3x minus 10. Okay, that is the last option. So first of all, ax square plus bx plus c. If this is the equation, then we have to factorize b in such a way that I will have to find m1 and m2 in such a way that m1 into m2 is equal to a into c, and m1 plus m2 is equal to b. What I'm telling you, you find out two numbers m1 and m2 such that their addition is b and product is a and c. So जैसे कि here you have x square plus 3x minus 10. What is your a? A is 1,
1.
c is minus 10. तो तुम्हें प्रोडक्ट क्या चाहिए? minus 10. This has to be the product. मल्टीप्लीकेशन दो नंबर का minus 10 है और एडिशन क्या है? 3. Addition is the middle term. Middle term क्या है यहाँ पे? 3. So can you find two numbers जिनके एडिशन 3 है और प्रोडक्ट minus 10 है?
Plus 5x minus 2x.
5 and minus 2.
Yes.
Okay. So 5 and minus 2 are numbers such that 5 plus minus 2 will become 3, and 5 into minus 2 is becoming 10, minus 10. Okay. So this is the idea. So how can I write this x square plus 3x minus 10 as x square plus 5x minus 2x minus 10. Now from the first two terms I can take x common, so I will have x plus 5. From the second two I can take minus 2 common, I will have x plus 5, right? So x plus 5 is common from both the terms, and the other one is x minus 2. So I have started with this equation and I have got this equation. Is everyone clear about this process now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is simply the 9th and 10th standard mathematics that we are doing over here. So 2x minus 3 upon what I am writing, x plus 5, x minus 2. So you have 5 minutes, give me the partial fraction for this. A upon x plus 5, another one, b upon x minus 2. What are the partial fractions? Tell me. Then we'll do the last example and we'll stop.
Sir,
Hmm.
I got the values of A and B.
Hmm.
So my value for A is 7 by 10
No matter.
and the value for B is 1 by 7.
Wrong guess, I guess.
I also got 1 by 7 value of B.
Yes, value of B.
Yes, so B is 1 by 7.
What about A? 7 by
Sir,
10?
Yes, sir,
sir,
7 by 10.
A is 7 by 13.
No, 7 by 10, I think so.
What you have got? 7 by 10 and one have got 7 by 13. So we'll have 49x plus 10x. You don't get 2x.
Yeah, sir, it is correct. 7 by 13 is there, not 7 by 10. Sorry.
So we'll have 49x. I'm not, I don't think these values are correct. Why? Okay, simplify this. Okay, anyways, I just want to do the last example. This, even if you are not able to solve, I believe it, because it is easy, somehow you will get the answer. So I just want to explain you this technique using your scientific calculator. I mean, in some cases, you may not be able to find the two numbers whose product is this. Okay. So what you do is x square minus 3x minus 10. It is there. So what you can do is in your calculator, you can press mode. So when you press mode, you will find different options over there. So in that, one option is equations. Okay. So when you see that option equation over there, you press that. So there will be 3 or 4 options over there again in the mode. So I'll just write down the steps. Press mode. After you press mode, choose the number in such a way that the number which corresponds to the equation, and in that equations you see an equation of the form ax square plus bx plus c. Okay. So if you have got this, please raise your hand, whoever have the calci, so that I can give the further instruction. They are not getting this award.
So can you repeat it once, please?
I have written it on the screen. So you press mode, choose the equations, and in the equations you will have ax square plus bx plus c. उसके आगे एक number लिखा होगा 1 2 3 4 whatever. So you press that number. Look on the screen, I have written the steps what you have to do. You have to press the mode, then choose the section where you see the equations. Once you see the equations, in that when you choose that equation option, you will see one equation of the form ax square plus bx plus c. You have to choose that. When you come up to this, raise your hand so that I'll be sure ki yes, you are getting this. So fine. So many of you have got this. Now what about Ananya, Samruddhi? Samruddhi have got it. Mihir, Manthan.
Yes, sir, I'm trying.
You have that on mobile app or you are doing it using calculator?
Sir, I have the calculator with me.
Okay. Fine. So once you choose the this equation ax square plus bx plus c, you will see a question mark on your screen. Okay. What is a? A is nothing but coefficient of x square. In our equation, coefficient of x square is 1. So what you have to do is press 1. Press 1, then equal to. Once you choose 1 and then press equal to, on your screen you will see b equal to. Right? Now put the value of b. What is the value of b? In our equation it is -3. So we'll press -3. And then again equal to. When you press equal to, the cursor, next question your calci will ask is c. So what is the value of c here? The value of c is -10. So press -10 and then again equal to. So once you get -10 over there and then you press equal to, it will give you x1 equal to something, the first value. What do you see? Whoever is with me, what do you see on the screen?
Sir, 5 x1.
X1 is 5 or
5.
-5?
Sir, only 5 I got.
Sir, -5.
It has to be -5.
Yes, sir.
And again press equal to, it will show you the next value of x2. X2 is, you will get another value with -5.
Sir, 2.
2.
-2, sir.
Yeah, if you are getting opposite sign, it means that you have made some mistake somewhere. प्लस और माइनस में कुछ तो गड़बड़ हो गई है, इसलिए तुम्हें गलत आंसर आ रहा है. So the correct answers you should have is -5 and 2. What are these? So these two are the roots of this equation. So roots of x square minus 3x minus 10, right? So इसका factorization if minus 5 alpha and beta. I'll write down the remark here now. Alpha and beta are the roots of ax square plus bx plus c. Then ax square plus bx plus c can be written as x minus alpha, x minus beta. Write this remark down. So from your calci, what we have done, we have found out the roots minus 5 and 2. So from above remark, x square plus 3x minus 10, this can be written as x minus of minus 5 and x minus 2. So which is x plus 5, x plus 2. Isn't the same thing that we got manually? Isn't it the same thing that we have got manually?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I have told you two ways. One is manually, directly you split the middle term, or you use the calci, find out the roots. Once you have the roots, then x minus alpha and x minus beta is the factorization. Correct? If you want, you can write this. I'll wait for 2 minutes. Done?
Yes, sir.
The fifth one. 2x minus 3 upon x square plus 1. Factorize. So what's the problem over here? You put x square plus 1 in your calci. So a into x square plus bx plus c. This is what input your calci will need. Your a is equal to 1, b is equal to 0 and c is equal to 1. So if you have advanced calculator, then it will show you I minus I. If you have a simple calculator, then you will see. So if this is your screen, somewhere in the top corner you will see I, which means that the roots are complex. Okay, if someone have got this, please let me know. If you have done the process in your calculator, you will see that you will have I now for this x square plus 1.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this I means that it does not have real root. So x square plus 1 does not have a real root. So when we don't have real root, I have given the characterization in the 7th one. How do we do this now? A upon x minus 2 plus bx plus c upon x square plus 1. This is the seventh remark that we have written for the partial fraction. So whenever you won't have the real root, then our numerator will become bx plus c. Okay. Now we can do the cross multiplication. So we will have a into x square plus 1 plus bx plus c into x minus 2, and the denominator will be x minus 2 into x square plus 1. So 2x minus 3 will become this numerator into x square plus 1 plus multiply these two brackets, b into x square minus 2bx plus cx minus 2c. And so if I collect the coefficients of x square, so I will have a plus b into x square. Coefficient of x is plus c minus 2b into x. And what are the constants? A minus 2c. Now if I compare these two polynomials, what's the value of a plus b? Minus 2b plus c and a minus 2c. What are these values? Yes, Ananya, you asked me this previously. How do you get the value of a? I'm expecting it from you. What's the value of a plus b if you compare these two equations? A plus b is Samruddhi, Mihir, Manthan. No one?
So
Sir,
a plus
2 a plus b is equal to 2x minus 3 by x square.
What is a plus b? A plus b is the coefficient of x square. Do you
Yes.
have x square on the left hand side?
no, sir.
No, so a plus b has to be 0. C minus 2b is the coefficient of x. What is the coefficient of x on the left?
2.
So minus 2b plus c is 2. A minus 2c is
3.
3 or minus 3. Minus 3. So we have to solve these three equations to find out the values of a, b and c. How do we do it? So find the value of a or b from the first equation, put that in other two. Let's solve it. Now this is, I know it is a bit difficult than what we have studied previously, but not so much difficult that you cannot do it. So from first equation, what we get? A is equal to minus b, and we have to put the value of a in the other two. So I'll name this 1, 2 and 3. So from 1 we have got a is equal to minus b, put in 3. So what we get? Minus b minus 2c is equal to minus 3. What is your second equation? Minus 2b plus c is equal to 2. Solve these two. How do we solve these two equations? Multiply 2 to the first one. So minus 2b minus 4c is equal to minus 6. Minus 2b plus c is equal to 2. I will have to subtract, so this will become plus minus minus. This 2 will get cancelled out. Minus 5c is equal to minus 6 minus 2 minus 8. So c is equal to 8 by 5. So put this in the previous one. So minus 2b is equal to 2 minus 8 by 5. So b will become 10 minus 8, 2 by 5. So finally it will be 1 by 5 with minus sign. And so a will become 1 by 5. So once we put these values, I'll get the required partial fraction. Don't worry about this. These questions I am not going to ask this type of. The previous ones you will have to do. Okay. So this is the end of partial fractions. If you have any difficulties, please ask.
No, sir. No. I don't have any doubts.
Okay then. See you next week.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.